where are the traces and evidences of Sri Ram's horoscope? Thank you for having me over, Preetika. It's a privilege and honor once again to join you on your show. Today is truly an auspicious day. We are discussing the Lord's horoscope. What I'm going to share with you today and our audience, I owe this to my Jyotish Guru, K.N. Raoji, for he has taught me in detail what I'm going to discuss with you today in terms of the planetary alignments and combinations of Sri Ram's horoscope. As you said, where is it that we are finding the references to this chart? In two places, Valmiki Ramayana and Tulsi Ram Charit Manas. Remember, Valmiki ji, Rishi Valmiki, is a contemporary of Sri Ram because it is in his ashram that Ma Sita takes refuge when she leaves Lord Ram's palace. Because of what the washerman says, and I will come back to it because there's a reference of that particular episode and the curse related to it in Padma Puran. I will come back to that. But before that, the references. Since Rishi Valmiki is a contemporary of Lord Ram, and it is in his ashram that the children, Lavkush, are born. So let's first see what we get from Valmiki Ramayana as the date and time for Lord Ram. I'll quote. Tato yagye samapte tu ritunam shat samatyayu tatascha dvadashe mase chaitre navamike titho nakshatre aditi daivatye swoch sansteshu panchasu graheshu karkate lagne vakyatavinduna saha prodyamane jagannatham sarvaloka namaskritam kausalya janye dramam divya lakshana sanyutam. Let me now explain the shloka to you. Here, it is very clear in the shloka that this is a Karka Lagna horoscope with 5 planets either exalted or Swarashi, Sarvocha. Swa and Ucha. So 5 planets. Moon in Punarvasu Nakshatra with Brihaspati in Karka. Navami Tithi, Chaitra Shukla Paksh, Abhijit Muhurta, and the 5 planets that we talk of. Saturn exalted in the 4th house in Libra for a Cancer Lagna horoscope. Mars exalted in the 7th house in Capricorn. Venus exalted in the 9th house with Sun. Rahu and Ketu in the 6-12 axis. Rahu in Sagittarius in the 6th house. Ketu in Gemini in the 12th house. And the 12th Lord, Mercury, in the 10th house. This is the reference that we get from Valmiki Ramayana. Let's come to the reference that we get in Tulsi Ram Charit Manas. Navami Tithi Madhumas Punita Shukla Paksha Abhijit Hari Preeta Madhya Divas Ati Sitana Dhama Pavana Kal Lok Vishrama. This is what we get in Tulsi Ram Charit Manas. Again, Madhya Divas, Abhijit Muhurta, Navami Tithi, and the month of Chaitra. So, let's look at this Karka Lagna horoscope. And I would again quote my Jyotish Guru. We have not received this horoscope as the facts from anybody. These are the 2 references that we have. The only reference in degree that we have is of Moon in Punarvasu Nakshatra, and we know 3 degree 20 minutes of Cancer has Punarvasu Nakshatra. At 3 degree 20 minutes of Karka, Punarvasu Nakshatra is over. So we know that Moon is in its first Navamsha. That's the only point that you have, because you have a Moon Punarvasu Nakshatra, and Punarvasu Nakshatra is in Cancer, 3 degree 20 minutes. And it's over. That's the only span that you get. There are a couple of controversies with there are these 2 references and there are 3 controversies. One of Rahu, where a lot of people say that Rahu cannot be in Sagittarius that it could ideally, the Rahu Ketu axis could be in 3-9, not 6-12. The second controversy is that Mercury cannot be in the 10th, it should be in the 9th. And the last is the placement of the sun. And I will answer them here. The placement of the sun, out of reverence we say, because we are talking about Sri Ram, about the Raghukul, about the Ikshvaku kings, the Suryavanshis, and we say that sun therefore should be exalted. I am taking this reference, and as my Jyotish Guru Ken Raoji has taken, and he was told this by his Jyotish Guru Yogi Bhaskaranand, who told him that there is no way that sun can be exalted in Aries. Sun has to be in Pisces, and I will give you a technical point here. Why should it be in Pisces? Like I have just discussed, it's a Cancer Lagna horoscope with Sun and Venus in Pisces. Venus exalted in the 9th house with Sun, the second lord, with Venus. Remember that the birth is on Navami Tithi. And both the books, Valmiki Ramayana and Tulsi Ram Charit Manas, both are saying that Lord Ram's birth is on Navami Tithi, Chaitra Shukla Navami. After Amavasya, when the sun and moon are conjunct, on Amavasya, remember, sun and moon are conjunct in one Rashi at one particular degree. One Tithi means 12 degrees of difference between the sun and the moon. And as we go till the 8th Tithi, so 12 into 8 is 96 degrees, which means at any given point in time, Navami Tithi will start when there is 96 degrees of difference between the moon and the sun. If moon is in 3 degree 20 minutes Cancer, then even if sun is at 1 degree Aries, the difference is not 96 degrees. So therefore, for the moon and the sun to be at a distance of 96 degrees, sun has to move down and come to Pisces. Because remember, Gemini, Taurus, Aries, 30 degrees of each sign, 90 degrees arc. 3 degree 20 minutes of Punarvasu Nakshatra, 93 degree 20 minutes. So therefore, sun has to be in Pisces for the distance between the sun and the moon to be 96 degrees, because that is when Navami Tithi starts. Navami Tithi will be on from 96 degrees to 108 degrees of distance between the sun and the moon. This is how precise our Panchang is. When we say that this day, this particular Tithi, we don't look at 24 hours. In 24 hours, the sun and the moon might move 13 degrees or 10 degrees. We are very precise. Our system is very precise. The Vedic system is extremely precise. 12 degrees. And we say one Tithi. Okay? So that is why I have given you technical reference as to why I'm saying sun is in Meena. Sun is also in Meena because of another point. Remember, in the Adi Grantha, and Valmiki Ramayana starts in flashback like a lot of films do. It starts with Love and Kush, singing this beautifully in the streets of Ayodhya. They're talking about the Ikshvaku and the Raghukul Vansha, and talking about Lord Ram, and talking about his father, and narrating the glory of the great kings. In this narration, they also refer to, and Valmiki Ramayana talks about it. In this narration, they also refer to that Ayodhya has majestic mansions. Fourth Lord Venus exalted in the 9th house with sun. The Raj Lakshana Yoga, Jupiter from Kark aspecting this combination of Venus and sun. Remember, Jupiter aspecting sun is an absolute Raj Lakshana Yoga. And here we are not talking about the majestic mansions of Lord Ram. We are talking about the majestic mansions of, before Lord Ram. So the father's house, the 9th. So therefore, there is a point of sun coming again in the 9th house and receiving this 9th aspect of Jupiter. Now the other controversy, which is Rahu. Why are we taking Rahu in the 6th in Sagittarius? We always look at Lord Ram with a Dhanush And we always refer to him as Kodand Ram. Kodand, the Rashi of Sagittarius, with the bow and arrow, Rahu. And Ketu, beautifully lined up in the house of Moksha, the 12th house. Kodand Ram. And then I'll come to the third controversy, Mercury. A lot of people say, and a lot of astrologers say, that Mercury should be in the 9th house. Why should it not be in the 9th house? Remember, for a Karka Lagna horoscope, Mercury is the 3rd lord and Mercury is also the 12th lord. Lord Rama had illustrious brothers, Shatrughna, Bharat, Lakshman, the avatar of Sheshnag, Lakshman. The 3rd lord has to be in the 10th house. The 3rd lord, if it is in Pisces, it is debilitated. Mercury cannot be debilitated as the 3rd lord. That's one point. Mercury is the 12th lord. Mercury from the 12th house looks at the 7th lord Saturn. The wife is taken away from him once, and the second time she leaves the palace. So there is Virah twice. As the 12th lord Mercury aspects the 4th house, and Lord Ram has to go into Banvas. In modern days, we would say it's a foreign trip. So he took a foreign trip from Chitrakoot to Sri Lanka, and you can see the 12th lord aspecting the 4th house. So Mercury has to be in the 10th. And also the illustrious brothers. The 3rd lord in the 10th, the younger brothers in the 10th will always give you illustrious brothers. So those are the references along with the 3 controversies that are very common, which I have tried to address in the best possible way.